We have coffee. We have to have coffee to
Good.
do a live.
And now we're doing it live.
Good
Good morning. We had to wait for the sun to come up.
Sorry.
And yeah, this is week 4, day 3. Good morning, everybody. We are on long run day today.
Yes.
In the
Yes, we are.
10K training program.
Sorry.
Although this is technically week 5, we are doing week redo, or redux, R-E-D-U-X, redo.
You and your fancy words.
Yeah.
On 1 cup of coffee.
Not even. I mean, I'm working on this one.
Oh my god. Okay.
I just realized that I'm plugging Big Storm coffee roasters today.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that was not planned, but hello to our friends at Big Storm.
Well, and also inside of this cup is a gift from Jen Richley, from Jen Running Through Wonderland Jen fame on Instagram.
Yes.
She sent us this Fortune and Glory.
Yes.
I
I taste the fortune, and I'm hoping for the glory. Good morning,
yes.
Josh. Are you just waking up? Did you work overnight?
What happened?
Let us know.
Tell us.
How you doing this morning?
If you can hear us. Also.
Yeah, that is also true.
Same.
We don't know. Yeah, please say hi. Tell us who you are, where you're from. Hopefully you're getting up and getting moving. We are doing, of course, today is a 4-mile run. You can absolutely do intervals if you want to. The beauty of the Galloway program is you don't have to on long run day. So we're not going to do a lot of interval work. We'll probably save a little bit of interval work for the second half, just to get the blood flowing.
What kind of intervals, Dana?
Well, we've been doing 15:45s all week.
Oh.
And I don't see any reason to stop that.
All right.
Oh, you're still working. Ooh, man.
That's a lot.
Drive safe in that traffic, because good grief. Although hopefully Sunday's not too bad.
Maybe.
Hopefully not too bad. We did have to push from yesterday to today, so this is an unscheduled Sunday run.
Well, the beauty of the long run on the weekend is you can do it on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the long run. And a lot of people do it midweek because of like retail work schedules.
You remember what that was like.
So some people may be watching it on replay because they might do their short runs like on a Friday and a Monday, and then down the road when they have their
Wednesday.
Weekend days, Thursday, whatever. So if you're watching on replay, drop a comment and let us know. And also, best of luck to Susie, who is doing back-to-back half marathons. Missouri yesterday, I believe.
Yep,
and
she's
then
in Kansas City.
And then Iowa.
Yes.
Today. So
that is, see that
impressive,
right there, and that is that's the runcation lifestyle I love right there.
Yeah,
I love that.
Someday we'll get up to her level.
Yes,
we'll get up to her level and do 2 different locations in one weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, shall we get moving?
Toasting to Susie.
Let's get it. We're going to turn this into a moving coffee chat
to
get our blood flowing here.
Jen, thank you for the Expedition Roasters that powers this run.
So let's get moving here. I see we got a couple of people in the chat. We got Josh and somebody else. So hopefully, say hi.
Yeah.
Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Don't be shy.
What you're running or drinking. Running or drinking. Yeah, whatever. We're having coffee.
You mean somebody who stayed out all night? Not us.
Well, I could
because we fell asleep at 8 o'clock at night.
Let me tell you something. Right now, we're both so tired from this. Amy is still being a trooper and sticking with me on the 75 hard challenge.
I'm trying. I mean, I am doing it right now, but I really want to tap into let's say Josh's beer that he sent us.
We literally every time we open the fridge, Josh, we have the IPA sampler that you got us staring us in the face, and our beverage drawer in our fridge is stocked with your stuff. We are ready to pull the trigger. And I told our friend of ours who's from Chicago about what you brought. He's like, oh yeah,
I gotta try it.
So
bring that down next time.
Bring that to the house.
Down the road. So I think we tried one of his, like one of the breweries before all this started, and now we have like 2 left. In the drawer,
Mm-hmm.
and then up in the main part of the refrigerator, that variety pack.
Yes.
We still have to try. So yeah, Thanksgiving beer.
It is going to be Thanksgiving
or
beer.
just post Thanksgiving beer. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to be giving thanks for beer.
For beer. Yeah.
Josh says that's love. It must be, because I have tried. I've actually tried. I'm like, you do not have to do this to yourself. And she's like, no.
Every time we're in a restaurant, anytime we are like, we're at Nice Guys, and because they have a robust vegan menu.
They really do, which is kind of an oddball thing for a pizzeria, but they have always been vegan conscious.
Yeah.
And
like they cater to all types of different
mm-hmm.
diets, and so I was gonna wait and talk about this
Dan Rams
on the episode proper, but
good morning, Dan.
Or maybe on the beer chat. Good morning, Dan. Are you running this morning? If so, in Cape Coral, and where? With the Cape Coral running group. But we went to have some good vegan food on Friday night after a very long work week, and
Hold up for a second.
we found that they redo their cocktail menu every so often. I don't know, is it every month or?
Probably every month or two.
I don't know.
Or if they have like a seasonal type thing come up.
Yeah,
and now that it's fall, they've done a fall menu.
They're fabulous people, Greg and Jovan and everybody there, and patrons of the show. And what does Dan say? Is he?
Dan, they're running at Babcock Ranch this morning.
Oh, nice. He
says really nice there.
And they often have a bunch of food trucks there.
Do you want to do the 2 mile and take it down to the to the bench and back?
Are you okay without water though?
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Well, do you want to do another loop and I'll grab water? Do you want to do another?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We
could do another short loop and I'll carry the water.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's fine. Unless you want to stay close to the house so that we have
other amenities.
Bio-break amenities.
Let's stay close.
Okay. I know you want variety.
Well, I also saw dogs down there.
Oh, and anytime to see cute dogs. So, if you want to, we can.
Nah, we're good.
So
anyway, you were saying.
Yeah. So
we go to
Babcock Ranch. Sometimes they have good food truck rallies, and I wonder if I know that somebody was telling me that they stopped, and now I hope they have them back again. And I thought that they did, but yeah. What?
Josh says we specialize in chaos.
We do.
You have no idea.
I'm serious. If you wanna.
No, fine.
It's. I mean, variety is the spice of life, I guess.
And proximity to a clean, secure bathroom is
also
really, really good. So we'll stick with that today.
So when we went to Nice Guys, the one of the owners, Greg, was there, and he said, "Have you seen the new cocktail menu?" And I was like, "I'm trying not to look." And he grabbed it and he showed me that they often try things when we ask them to, experiment, and if something goes really right, it may end up being a specialty cocktail on a new version of the menu later on down the line. And they kept calling it, when they were trying it out, the Amy Moon, which is...
It's a riff on a cocktail they normally do called the Harvest Moon.
It mixes two. A longtime specialty and one of our favorites, the Pendennis, which is a smoked old fashioned. And then the Harvest Moon, which is like a pear and bourbon and apple kind of...
It's glorious.
...configuration. So they would mix the two so they wouldn't be as sweet. Or like... the sweetness and the smoky...
Trade with me.
The smokiness complement each other. The sweetness and the smokiness complement each other. So So they kept calling it the Amy Moon. Well, this version of the cocktail menu came out, and they called it, what did they call it? Hang on, stand by. I took a picture. I was like so excited. Hang on.
She's looking.
Yes, I'm looking. So if you need to catch anybody up on
it's something
comments.
like Fall Barbie or
Yes.
Autumn Barbie. I dream of Autumn Barbie or something like that.
I think that's what it is.
When
I dream of Autumn Barbie.
Yeah.
Bourbon, spiced pear, something meadery,
so it's
maple
got mead.
syrup, orange and walnut bitters. Yeah.
So when we very first started going there, before they learned our names, they used to refer to us as Barbie and Ken.
I have no idea why.
And that is what they put on all the tickets. And it even got to the point where you could order a pizza called the Barbie and Ken.
Yes.
And it was a slight variation on something they had on their menu.
Uh-huh.
So, and then I got to name a pizza.
Yes, once. I don't think it's on the menu anymore.
It's not right now, no.
Because things are hard to get.
So they used to do basically a lox and onion pizza with a sour cream drizzle.
Well, no, cream
cheese drizzle.
And capers.
And caper. It's glorious. And
Hi.
I named it the Chosen Pizza. And that stuck for years.
Mm-hmm. They had it at brunch. We miss it. It was delightful. But
so
yeah.
So yes, and Amy's got a cocktail.
For a month or however long this menu will last. Maybe it'll last through the holidays. But so we can actually have it. But I dream of Autumn Barbie. It makes me feel like pretty. It makes me feel pretty.
Well, you are. And now you have a cocktail to show it.
So when we get off this challenge, the first thing we need to do is go to Nice Guys, and I need to have a picture with that cocktail.
Autumn Barbie needs to have an Autumn Barbie.
And we need to recap it on the show.
But it was funny, the explanation he gave, he says, well, we were going to call it the Amy Moon, but then we realized how much of a pain that was going to be on tickets because the Harvest Moon is still on the...
That's a long time favorite.
On the menu.
Just like the Pendennis. So.
And they didn't want to have it confusing servers or bartenders.
Yeah.
So I get it. I understand that completely.
But I love that though,
that is really cool.
It was creative. I mean, all I'm thinking of is like Barbie and her dream Jeep.
Well, yeah. Although, funny story about the Barbie dream Jeep. When I was policing in Atlanta, there was a time where we were very short on cars.
Oh, no.
And back then, we had in our community-oriented policing unit a number of, and this is dating me a little bit, the Geo Tracker. Does anybody remember that? The Geo Tracker was this tiny little Jeep thing. And they bought some of these for the community-oriented policing. They put blue lights on it. They striped it up like a police car, and it was a soft top. There were nights in some of the absolute worst areas of South Atlanta that my 6'1" ass was patrolling in the Barbie Dream Jeep, and that's what we used to call it. And if you ended up having to arrest somebody, you didn't have anywhere to transport them. You had to call for another car that was an actual police car.
Weird.
I was just always afraid that somebody was going to pick up the car and steal it while I was gone.
Like pick it up?
Like pick it up. We also called it the bionic roller skate because it was so tiny. I looked like Grape Ape riding around in that thing. That was not a great idea. I mean, it was definitely kind of a
I mean, I guess
smile and wave sort of vehicle.
You use what you have, or what?
That was all we had.
Whatever
because when we ran, we didn't have like take-home cars up there, so you did you hot-seated patrol cars, and we drove our cars into the ground. So it was GeoTracker shared the platform with Suzuki Sidekick. Yes. So
who was saying that?
Josh,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically the same car, and not built for what we were using it for at all. I mean, a strong breeze would help you change lanes. It was.
Then you probably had to change out the tires a bunch. The more it was. Well, I don't know what kind of tires.
I assume they did. I didn't drive it if I didn't have to.
Is it the kind of thing of like first come, first serve? So you want to get to your shift early so you can claim a decent car and not have to drive the dream Jeep that's...
Yep.
Okay.
Or you would hope that the car that the guy who was working before you didn't, wreck it or didn't break down, and you would have a vehicle to drive. Otherwise, you might spend the first hour of your night scrounging for a car.
Oof. Did you have to ride 2 to a car if there were...
We were 3 to a car once.
Oh my God.
It was me.
Did you have to arrest somebody and ride in the back with them, or?
No, but we did make it. It was me. I was in field training. Jamie Moore was the field training officer.
Oh,
me and Dennis were riding in the back of the car. So we ended up, it looked like, just Keystone Cops, 3 of us getting out of this car all at once. Or a clown car, which is really more appropriate. If you want a great laugh, check out the Richard Hammond Police GeoTracker from Top Gear UK.
Okay.
I absolutely will. I love that.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. Not a great police car. Although, let me guess, they probably souped that one up with like a V6. Probably has some insane power to weight ratio. Oh, and this here is not because I mouthed off to Amy.
What?
My battle scar here. This is my battle scar from my run-in with the dermatologist the other day. I was assaulted with liquid nitrogen.
You were kept healthy.
That's one way to put it. I can't go in there. It's like every time I go in there, I wrestle with a jar of liquid nitrogen and lose.
Well,
and that's even using SPF.
Yeah.
So, skincare, kids, make sure you're doing it.
Kids.
Like right now, the one benefit, we get out here, we knock out runs early in the morning. You're reducing the amount of sun.
Yes.
But sometimes you can't avoid it.
Well, because if you're walking like you can these long runs, then just, to get the endurance, because that's the purpose, then sometimes it takes me, like if we're doing, I know we're about to get into higher mileage for the half marathon in December, Jeff's race.
Yes.
And so I know I'll be out here. So I need to start really super early to avoid the sun like that.
Yeah, as you're doing legit half marathon training.
Mm-hmm. And getting above the distance in one of them beforehand.
All right, that might be the coolest yet somewhat creepiest Halloween decoration I've ever seen.
Which one?
I love it. Let me show you guys this.
What is it?
It's a raven.
Oh, it's just sitting there in the lawn.
Yeah, just very, very subtle. Just a raven with red eyes.
We never decorate for Halloween.
We never, and in 16 years of living here, we've never had a trick-or-treater.
No.
Never.
No.
So, no, we don't decorate for Halloween.
No. Mm-hmm.
We do have a black wreath.
Well, yeah, but that's because we take that out at Christmas and we put all the Star Wars toys on it.
Yeah.
That you got.
They're ornaments, not toys.
Oh, yes, sir. Because they all tell a story on the ornament, on the wreath.
And I bought it from Hallmark.
Yes.
You don't buy toys from Hallmark.
Okay. Decorations, holiday decorations.
And nothing says happy birthday, Jesus, quite like the Death Star.
Well, Wasn't that the last one you got and the hardest to get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's weird too.
That is
I'm gonna
weird.
show you now. This
Yes.
you don't normally see.
Look at this.
That right there. Hold on, I'm trying to weatherman this. That right there. These are large walking birds that typically, I mean, they fly, but you normally see them. I always joke that we have a street gang problem here in the neighborhood because you'll get 20 of those birds that will walk through the neighborhood
And like walk through lawns,
They-
like a whole gaggle of them.
they start at one end of the block and they go all the way down, and they're just eating bugs
Whatever in the lawn.
in your lawn.
Yeah.
You never see them like perched like that. That's weird. These are not the ornaments you're looking for. Exactly.
Did you make the thing? Did you go, Josh? Was that Josh?
Yeah, it was Josh.
Did he go? These are not the ornaments you're looking for. You want to go home and rethink your Amazon order.
Yeah. Oh, I blew the Amazon order out of the water this morning. Got new dog crates coming.
Oh.
And it's like, hey, what's the big deal? No, these are like mil spec, like monster dog crates.
Yeah.
They're gonna double as end tables in the home gym.
You keep talking about this mythical home gym
Yes.
that I'm very excited about.
She's, well, you got to do the Peloton again last week.
Yes. Yes.
So I think we're getting a bike.
Which I enjoyed very much. And I know that's expensive, so I know you can get like a third-party bike and then you can subscribe to the whole service and whatever, but you're looking at actually getting the Peloton proper.
I've never seen an exercise bike that quiet before.
It is very quiet.
I'm kind of shocked at that.
Yeah.
So I might actually do that just for my own sanity and sleep.
Sorry.
So
For you. What equipment do I use right now that wakes you up?
the back sliders when you go out to do your yoga,
Oh.
but there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, should I?
No, I'm teasing.
Is that some WD-40 solution or
I don't
what?
think so.
What is it?
No, I think it's just the, they're not especially loud. It's
Mhm.
just
Okay.
we don't really have any equipment that you use that wakes me up.
I don't have. I mean, the only equipment I have is right now is like hand weights and
Bosu ball,
a Bosu ball and like some resistance bands. That's it.
which I threw in some Bosu ball into my workout last week, and ouch.
Yeah.
You get into like a half squat on that Bosu ball, and you just like hold it until you're let your all the supporting muscles just start shaking. Oh, it's brutal.
Mm.
All right, I'm gonna change out here.
Okay.
Pardon me. There we go. Josh's shoulder workout has me virtually unable to. Gotta keep my elbow in when I'm holding the camera on the gimbal here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So ever since we started to talk about last week on the episode, till we talk about Anchorage,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of all of that glorious food and beer that we had, some of which we have yet to share.
Yes.
But
Oh yes.
yeah,
You're just thinking of
I'm
it.
just thinking of it. And I'm also still thinking about, it was just last Monday that Marco ran Boston so well. And I think initially I thought that he had finished first, but I think he finished second. But I mean, when you think about like the time on that marathon, oh my God.
Yeah,
What an amazing performance.
I'd like to talk to the guy that beat Marco.
Yeah. I mean, if that's legit, if what I saw online was legit. I don't know if that's right or not.
But Marco did win the second place purse.
Yes.
For the race. So
mm-hmm.
he helped be a crusader to get
yes.
a purse in the para category
mm-hmm.
or field, and he won it the first year it was offered. So that's still an amazing achievement, even if he wasn't number one.
And I could be wrong.
I've never gotten paid to run. That's never going to happen. And Josh says, didn't you tell Amy I'm specking out a home gym for you both?
Oh, really?
This has to be a little more cardio oriented. So this one's going to be a bike, a rower, and a treadmill, just so that we can, if we absolutely cannot get outside due to the weather here, and as you guys have seen, even this late in the year, sometimes the weather is not cooperative, because we don't leave hurricane season until December, so it's always such a pain.
Yeah.
Although mercifully we haven't really had too much of that to deal with this year. It's just been the afternoon storms being a little extra.
See results. I'm looking it up.
I always the new residents who come down having to adjust to the Florida weather life. And Josh, you'll appreciate this. Our friend who's from Chicago, and his first year he moved down here was Hurricane Irma. So he is like,
Marching for Tim.
Yeah, he'll tell the story. He tells the story way better, but not knowing what to do, and he's getting sandbags and sandbagging the house and all this stuff. And meanwhile, all the locals are going to the store and getting liquor.
Well, I mean,
although by the time Irma strengthened beyond a Cat 3, even the locals were like, might be time to pack up and go.
Yes.
Always a free gym and a place to stay in Birmingham for you both. Aww. Once we find a race up there that we're wanting to hit, we'll take you up on it. Because we love Alabama. Our time up there, although very short for my work trip, definitely had us appreciating it and wanting to see more.
Yes.
Oh. What are you looking for?
You're
looking for Marco's results?
Yeah.
All right, so we're 1.15 miles in. Again, on the long run day, we mentioned this at the very beginning. Long run is all about total time on your feet, total distance. It's not about speed. You can certainly use the long run day to do more interval work if you want to. But what a lot of people forget is, especially if you have not ever done the distance you're training for, like say a 10K, you've never done a 10K. If you've never run a 10K, chances are really good you've never walked one either. So the time on your feet and the amount of pounding that your joints are going to take, and just that endurance is something that you've got to train as well. And that's what the long run days are all about. So don't feel pressured to do interval work on long run days. You're going to get, you're going to get plenty. Well, you're slowing down because you're multitasking.
I'm sorry.
So she's multitasking.
Seriously, okay, what? I'm getting this from sportingnews.com.
Well, that's probably legit.
Somebody named Chaz Davis won in that category for 2:46:52 marathon. And then
marathon 2:46.
Yeah.
52.
Mm-hmm.
Good grief.
And then Marco Cicchetto 2:53:09.
Man,
I'm like on mile 4 at that time. Seriously. Okay.
You're further along than that, but yes, point is well taken.
My point is, I'm slow. Slow AF. Okay. So, and I know it's not a mile is a mile and all of that. I just think
it's just amazing. That is,
all the hard work that he puts in pays off.
Yeah.
And all the training and just, I mean.
And again, you look at somebody who's overcome a physical impediment and clearly just defeated that. And then he had the gear problem on the road where his prosthetic was not staying on like staying in place. So
yeah. And I think that's probably to do with the weather, because didn't they say that was a little hot and a little humid up there?
They get, Boston's a weird one. You would think this time of year it would be a little nicer, and they get some absolutely awful run conditions at the Boston some years.
Well, normally they'll do it in April, Yeah.
And they still get awful run conditions sometimes.
Like the year that Des Linden won, the rain.
That was the rain.
That was horrible rain.
But they've had like horrible heat waves.
Mm-hmm.
And one year, didn't they encourage walk breaks because of the heat?
They might have.
I believe they did.
Well, I'm sure they encouraged slowing down and not. Like, they were not predicting world record paces or finishes in that
year
for the professional athletes. So, yeah. I mean, and we did that. We did really humid and like, high heat conditions one year at Wine and Dine.
Oh, yeah.
When it was a night race.
The night races always surprise people. Oh, and Katie is in the house popping the popcorn. YouTuber extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm. Podcaster. Premier podcaster.
Well, just woman about town. Yeah.
Most recent episode was what? The comedies, top comedies. Yeah. So.
And John Schroeder, good morning, John.
Are you at work today? Are you getting to work today? Driving in, or?
Hopefully, maybe have a Sunday off. That'd be kind of nice.
Yeah. How are you? So good.
And Josh. Oh.
What?
Now,
what?
He's hoping we'll make it out there when he and Jennifer tie the knot.
Is there something?
Does
she know this?
Has this progressed to this point?
Is there something that you're trying to announce that we don't know?
Yeah, I know you're very happy here, but inquiring minds want to know now.
Yeah, is there something you're not telling us that you're telling us?
Would you press down on that lid for me?
Yeah.
Because I got a little spillage there.
Well, yeah.
Here.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to make a readjustment here real quick as we're pulling into the
I got it.
Into home base. John is off today and chilling.
Yay!
Good for you. Here, hold on. I'm having a technical difficulty with coffee. I mean, if your coffee betrays you, really, what can you trust anymore at this point?
Nothing.
They've already had adult conversations leading up to that. Hey, well, I love that. All right, let's try this. I think that it's just.
Do you have more coffee to drink in there?
I have a little bit more. Would you hold that?
Okay.
I hand it to her. She starts looking in my coffee mug. There we go. I think it was just a case of the O-ring got moved in the dishwasher.
Okay.
We got good mornings all the way around.
And Katie's off today too.
And Katie's off today. That's good because, you've been working like a mad woman.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, I've had enough coffee. I think I'm going to transition to water.
Yeah.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I haven't had enough coffee. I've had enough coffee
for now.
Cheryl's in the house.
Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yay.
All right, we had to stop to switch out our beverages because, you can't. Well, you can fuel an entire run on coffee. We've certainly done it.
But we should
But
hydrate.
as the sun is coming up, it's time to hydrate a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of rice, we encourage the throwing of coffee beans. You know, that is not a horrible idea.
Oh, that's good.
That is not a horrible idea at all.
Okay. Is that what we should do when we renew our vows?
I think that'd be great.
Oh.
Hold on. Whoop. Oh. So today's run is a total of 4 miles distance. That's not horrible. We're a little over a 5K at that point.
Yes.
And again, a long run day is not about intervals, although probably do some towards the end just to, get the blood flowing a little bit. Mm-hmm. We did find a plant-based option today. We're going to try for breakfast.
Right.
Breakfast, brunch.
Okay.
It's freezing up here this morning. Well, wait, where's...
Cheryl?
No, John. Well, John, hold on. Where is up here if you're freezing? It can't be freezing just 2 hours north of us. Can it?
It's not here.
It's not here yet, though.
Aren't we normally a little bit...
A little warmer.
Like, aligned with them?
But we're a little warmer
Slightly.
Normally. Oh, so you had said about the nighttime race in Orlando.
Oh.
Under heat and humidity.
Mm-hmm.
We
went through that once.
People who aren't from here and they would come down and run the Disney races, they don't realize that Disney is actually built on swampland. And at night, after the sun goes down, the temperature drops, mm-hmm. but the humidity climbs, and they were overdoing it because they were assuming it's nighttime, no big deal. And they were dropping like flies. That's actually the whole reason, in my opinion, although they'll never admit it, that they did away with the Tower of Terror 10 miler. Because that was an end of October race. And at the last year we did it, I have never seen so many people needing medical attention at the end as that.
Well, I didn't need medical attention.
No, but you got sick every year you did it.
Yes.
Heat sickness.
It was not good.
And this is somebody who lives here, trains here, and it still kicked your butt.
Yeah, but I didn't hydrate enough at the beginning.
Well, clearly. But, you didn't. You hydrated thinking you had hydrated enough.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Nope.
But I didn't. And we've experienced...
Oh, I have.
Humid conditions in Key West as well.
Oh, God.
So.
Key West, again, the funniest post-race story is us sitting in the jacuzzi at the hotel out at the pool, and we're
Is that the funniest?
That's one of the funniest.
Okay.
And we are just listening to people bitching. They are just beside themselves.
Yes.
Apoplectic at the fact.
Oh, a vocabulary word.
There you go. At the fact that they didn't get their PR. They signed up for this race because it's
flat.
A flat course.
Florida flat.
And they got there, and Key West whooped them.
Yeah.
Whooped them bad.
Key West conditions.
Because it's 85 at the start at 5:30 in the morning, mm-hmm. and it climbs from there. So by the end of it, or by the end of their race, you're well into the 90s. You're well over 100 degrees for heat index, and you're smoked. It's that humid, sticky, gross heat. So wait, John said it's 67 in Palm Harbor.
No kidding.
Send it here, please.
Yeah. Can it come down this way?
Send it here. I'm
ready.
I'm ready for that. And Cheryl says it's 41 here, 45 minutes east of Birmingham.
Yay!
Oh,
but listen.
Loving that.
I'm ready for it. And did you see Susie in her half yesterday, right before her half yesterday, she had her Runny Drink podcast hoodie on? That was so great. I love that so much.
Oh, yes, Josh. They were apoplectic. They could not believe the conditions in October in Florida. They weren't from Florida. So we struck up conversation with them and all that. And we're like, hey, look, if you're looking to do this race, a version of this race where you have much better conditions.
Yeah, you have the chance at better conditions now.
Yeah.
No guarantees.
There's a January.
Which are we not
Key
considering?
West. I think we are. Yeah. Because that Key West in January, high of 75, and they are.
And that'll be a good training or
you don't normally get a lot of rain.
Like a maintenance ahead of Donna.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think that we haven't been back to the Keys since the pandemic. So that gives us a chance to kind of show everybody what's up down there. So that's the plan
there are some
anyway.
Good places like I keep in conversation with the Dip crew about coming on our show.
Mm-hmm.
So if we end up doing Key West, which I believe that we'll do, then what'll be great is to have them on before that to tell us about places we should go that we haven't been yet.
Yeah, some of their recommendations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that we can do a Run Eat Drink podcast post-race episode powered by Dip Crew Rex.
I like that.
Yeah. So, because we know that they are Key West experts and that's one of their favorite vacation destinations. So
it's a good place if you're a foodie because it's so competitive for tourist dollars.
That's true.
That you have to be on your food game there. And that is whether you're looking at a white tablecloth place like 915 or you're looking for a hole in the wall dive like Frida's. Cuban burgers.
Well, I mean, like a non-mobile food truck is how I would describe that place.
Yeah. The restaurant has a little food prep area and a very eclectic interior, and then their kitchen is a food truck that's just parked outside.
Authentic decor. I want to go back there. The problem is we discover places, and now we want to revisit them post-pandemic to support them and to
check on them, see if they're open, and try to drive some business to them.
And what's new and what's changed and things like that, so that we kind of do a redo on the location and on certain races. But I want to go back to the places that we've already been, and I know that we need to explore new ones. So that is my struggle.
Yeah, we just have to give ourselves enough time to do both.
Yeah. Yes, he's talking to himself.
No, I'm talking to the person who's now going to be scheduling all of our travel because I'm not allowed to anymore.
Yes, you are. If we do it together, then we have the best of both worlds. We have the practical side and then the indulgent side. And you know which one I am. Of course, everybody knows which one I am. Like, let's stay forever.
Look, I freely admit that that my pendulum swung too far to the other side when it came to that first trip to Alaska.
Okay.
Freely admit that.
But, yeah, so, I mean,
Alaska is a great place to go.
Yeah.
Even if you're from Florida, it is not a great place to go for a long weekend. Spend a week.
You need more than that. But we're planning on new destinations as well.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just saying, give yourself time.
Yeah. Like, we've never done a race in Birmingham.
We have not.
We need to hit Virginia. And I believe we've been invited by fellow podcasters, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another one that we were looking at somewhere. I can't remember now. But there's some new destinations coming in 2022.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, we got to see if we can even get to all of our destinations in 2021.
That is true.
We had an email from Jeff Galloway from his race organizers and his team.
We were half thinking that they were canceling like Key West before we read it.
Yeah, race organizers. Pro tip here. In this year especially,
I'm super nervous.
Be nice and put something
Like,
in
we're still on. Or
Yeah, put
something.
something big and noticeable in the subject line of
Like,
the
don't
email
panic.
and at the very top of your email to reinforce that. But they are requiring either proof of vax or proof of a negative COVID test for that race in Atlanta
So
in
it's good
December.
for us to communicate that, because I think we have some members of the Runcation Nation that are doing that. And we haven't heard yet, although I did message the organizers of the Donna. I sent them our team list, or the team members that I know to this date, to this point, and what they're doing, because Jessica had requested to officially formulate
A team
for fundraising so she could share it with some people in her family that were asking. So there is that. So I'm waiting to hear back on that. And I also did message them about requirements, pre-race requirements, in terms of,
are they going to require anything like that?
Like vaccination or proof of, and what are the guidelines so that we could be ready, that kind of thing, and so that we can communicate that to everybody.
Right.
Because that'll be important.
Well, we don't want anybody getting caught unawares.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing.
So anybody who's doing Jeff's race, bring your proof of vaccination or
your negative test.
Your negative test within 48 hours, they said. They said within 48 hours.
Yeah, I think they have to mean that you, I was thinking about this, they have got to mean proof of you're within 48 hours of you receiving your results. Because there's no way.
I mean, I can clarify. I can message them and clarify.
Yeah, we'll have to find that out for sure. I mean, it's no big deal to go get a quick test, but like
for people who travel, though,
the travelers, it may be a little challenging.
Like if you arrive and you get tested, you may not get the results in time for big pickup, or those people who, because of health conditions or otherwise, can't. Their doctor has said don't get the vaccine if they're doing like the tests. That. So it's got to be that, but I can message for clarification.
Yeah, we just got to get clarity on that.
Yeah, because they're really good about responding in a timely manner. So. And
right now they're at that time of year where they've got to start locking things down. Well, they've already done that, but I mean, this is a new development.
Final arrangements and things are coming. Because it's like what? Coming to 60
8 weeks.
Days out.
Yeah.
So I know they're kicking it into high gear and things like that. So
what I want to find out is, are they doing the post-race meetup over at Orpheus again this year?
I hope so.
That is.
I really do hope so.
Bad joke here. You'll be able to kill it with alcohol there, because that brewery specializes in
high ABV. Like
super
23%.
They had something there that was, I mean, they specialize in barrel-aged stouts.
Yeah.
They have their own rick house.
And they have some sours and stuff.
They do. But their stock in trade is the barrel-aged stuff.
Yeah.
And some of the ABVs, Amy's not kidding, they had some insanely high ABV beer.
It's super high.
At Orpheus. And it's just a cool space.
Yeah.
The staff's always been amazing. And the beer is delicious. And especially in that kind of weather, that is the perfect weather for stouts.
It is.
28 degrees at the start.
Yeah, because it's December. And, you want to warm up with, a Mai Tai from Trader Vic's, or a hot buttered rum from Trader Vic's. Or
I was going to say, you warm up with a hot buttered rum.
Yeah. Or both. Pre, post meal.
Or both.
You know what I mean.
And you're done.
Listen, that's why I said we should go on Thursday.
Switching up.
So
I'm getting my extra shoulder workout in for Josh.
I'm just telling you, But those are like for that's one of the best parties.
Oh, bar none. It's so much fun.
Get to know people and meet other runners and supporters and people from Jeff's organization too.
I mean, you're running a beautiful course right through Piedmont Park. You get to go enjoy the dog park, which is inside of Piedmont Park.
So good.
You finish up. Barb's there at the end of the finish line, welcoming everybody in.
Oh.
And then you walk up you can stick around for the kids run.
Yeah.
And then you can walk up the hill for Orpheus Brewing and
Up the
go.
hill work.
It is. You do walk up a hill
Yeah.
and go to the brewery, but cool space.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have a
Nice.
blast doing that one.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. So I hope that's still on. But I can message them for clarification of the test and the party, because I think that back in 2019 when we registered for this, we said yes
Signed
to
up
all
to
that.
the party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, because for that you sign up, and they give you 6 drink tickets, and you get the
like
four or 6, something like that.
So, I don't know.
And you get a 4-ounce pour and a little busking glass from Orpheus.
Yeah.
And you guys have seen us use those on beer chats before for tastings.
Indeed.
It's like little baby snifters.
Yes.
So I'm looking very forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to, and again, place that we've gone before, want to check in on them and make sure that they're good post-pandemic. Flying Biscuit.
Oh yeah.
Flying Biscuit Cafe. I used to go in college. They have since expanded and turned into a local chain in the Atlanta area. And Josh, I know you probably don't get a lot of opportunity to do anything other than work when you're in Atlanta, but
you should stop by and get some biscuits to go with some apple butter.
If you ever get the chance for some breakfast to go, their hot biscuits are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They haven't lost it, even though they've grown to I think 2 or 3 locations in Metro Atlanta. But
the grit roll.
They do this they call it a Napoleon, like a breakfast Napoleon, I think, and it's a base of their cheddar grits, which are insanely good. It's a fried green tomato.
Oh.
I'm sorry, a biscuit, fried green tomato, and I believe egg prepared your way. And then they top it with this fresh salsa. It's insanely good.
Oh.
That is, for me, after standing out at the start line in Atlanta at that race, and we've had great weather except for the cold, and we've had horrible weather, including the cold.
Yeah.
There's a constant there. It's normally very cold because neither one of us is built for, well, I'm not built for 28-degree weather. She runs like a gazelle because she's a cold weather runner.
Not like a gazelle. It's not pretty. But I thrive in those conditions.
Yes.
So it's good. I think because we train in these conditions. So
here, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. You catching up?
Well, I'm not sure that I'm seeing any. I'm not seeing any comments right now. So I don't know if that's because there haven't been any comments.
Oh.
Or if I need to reload the page. I'm not sure. Somebody drop a comment real quick. Just confirm that you are in fact hearing us, please. Oh, there we go. They have them in Birmingham. Flying Biscuit got to Birmingham. Good for them.
Oh my God.
Tell you what, if you haven't had it, okay, it's live. They can hear us.
Okay.
Awesome.
Good.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, Flying Biscuit Cafe.
What are their favorite brunch items to eat? I mean, not at the Flying Biscuit, but in general, if you're having brunch, what do you love?
Yeah, let us know, and please don't be that person that says biscuits and gravy aren't a meal.
Because they are. And they can come with a side of bacon. Yeah. That's what I think.
It's when you put wet flour on top of dry flour.
It's hard for me to choose between savory and sweet for brunch.
Really?
Yeah, I want it all.
It's a rare day that I want sweet for brunch.
I know. Well, anytime except for when I order a dessert, you have some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard. Like the Maple Street Biscuit Company has the waffles with the delicious butter.
Yeah,
I love.
That's a regional chain also that we had on the show like 3 years ago.
Something like that.
3-4 years ago in Jacksonville, and I wish they'd make their way down south here.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
They've gotten as far as I think St. Pete.
Biscuits and gravy with lots of black pepper, Josh says.
Oh, yes.
Man after my own heart.
So good. I like that freshly ground black pepper.
And Cheryl's absolutely right. A Southerner can't say that about biscuits and gravy,
It
can
is
they?
a meal.
They cannot.
That is correct.
They get their Southerner card revoked.
Oh my God. And then it's hard to choose between pancakes and waffles on brunch.
Well, if you're gonna do like a waffle you can do savory or sweet. I've never really seen a good execution of savory pancakes. The closest thing to it would be Leroy's Southern Kitchen with those blue corn pancakes the corn cakes they did, and you use those basically as a taco shell for your barbecue.
That is delightful.
And collard greens.
That's delightful. Yes. Yes. They've done some, well, I don't know, but it's hard for me to choose between pancakes and waffles in general.
I prefer waffles. I like the textural change.
But what about blue corn pancakes?
Well, you're talking about, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about a specific dish from a specific place.
Yes.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, we spent some time out in Arizona, and
I'm coming. Sorry.
in Arizona, cute dog, distracted.
Yeah, sorry.
At this hotel we stay at, they do an amazing breakfast that has blue corn pancakes.
So good.
And they do, you don't have to do anything else with them. I mean, it's just the blue corn pancakes, a little dusting of powdered sugar, and then
you don't even need
the syrup that they
you
give
don't
you.
Need that. You just need the blue corn pancakes and a little bit of butter and syrup, and you're good to go.
They're magic.
Yeah. The texture is delightful.
And Katie's just falling back to sleep. Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I would too.
If we didn't have to pound out the miles this morning, we'd have slept in.
Mm-hmm. But we're doing it.
We are
live, Josh.
We're doing it live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at 2.5 miles right now, which is great. I think maybe I'll do some intervals in mile 3 just to get the blood flowing.
Yeah. So I may not go with you.
That's fine. It's totally your call.
I'll see how I feel. But, yeah.
So
mm-hmm.
I am a huge fan of the textural element, and a waffle, what I was also going to say,
oh yeah,
can go savory or sweet.
Yes.
Pretty easily. There's a local place here called Fancy Southern Kitchen.
Ooh.
They do an absolutely incredible chicken and waffles.
They have some kind of caramel syrup.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It's insane. Now, this place also does a country fried steak that is the size of a manhole cover.
It's so good.
It is ridiculous. And it is so tender.
Yeah.
They do an incredible job there.
Yeah.
We haven't featured them on the show, I don't think.
Nope. No, but we can.
We've
done Artisan Eatery, which is excellent.
Artisan Eatery's not there. Oh, this will be the time of year they're going to be getting the pancake or the pumpkin pancakes back out again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So good.
The incorporation of pumpkin puree into baked goods imparts that extra bit of moisture.
Yeah.
And flavor.
Yeah.
Josh says, still wearing shorts in sub 40 weather. Feels like home.
Love that.
Hold that for me, please. Thank you. Waiting for Mark to get ready for work because you have to drive him. Oh, well. You're a good woman there, Katie.
There you go.
We would take some 40-degree weather, Josh.
Yes.
Feel free to send us a little bit.
Like if John Schroeder's still a chat, I'll take some 60-degree weather
I know.
and send that down here.
Well, I mean that tells me that the cold front's hopefully coming.
I hope it's coming to us. For sure.
Cold front. I know you guys laugh at us when we talk about cold front in the 60s, but
they laugh at us for cold fronts like that, and they also laugh at us when we talk about hills.
You can't really see it on the video. I've tried to show it. If you look down our street, you can see a little bit of a lip at the end of our street. It goes up to the intersecting streets. And the Garmin tells us that we gain and lose on the course of running back and forth. We're just doing the short loop on the street, about 22 feet total. But
boy,
that's in aggregate. I want to say it's no more at any one time than about 11 feet.
Yeah.
Would you hold that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. We're switching.
Okay.
My shoulders are now, it's official. My shoulders are smoked.
Do you want me to hold
morning.
it?
I'll trade off and let you be camera woman for a bit. Sure.
All right. Let me finish this and then I'll take over.
There you go. Oh.
Okay. Are you good?
Josh says he'll send it our way. We deserve it.
What, the weather?
Great models of spouses you are. Well, thank you. Like I said, just avoid, just listen. Otherwise, you get this.
Get what?
This.
No. Well, you stop.
You listen to her
I
when
did not do that.
when she says put on sunscreen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the sun does this to you. It's probably the best PSA I could give, honestly.
Yeah.
It's one of the most preventable things. The problem for me with sunscreen on the face is I do put it on, but it eventually sweats off. And if you're not really on top of reapplying,
yeah,
you end up getting some breakthrough like that. So don't be like me, kids.
Oh, Lord.
Katie says it was 86 out yesterday. I think it's going to be that here today.
Yeah.
So hopefully John sends us that weather from Palm Harbor.
Really?
We get some 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I can start wearing quarter zips to work.
There you go. Love my man in a quarter zip. I'm not sure I can hold it for miles like you.
Well, we don't have to hold it for miles. We only have about a little over a mile to go. John says he's sending it. It is fire pit time. Oh, yeah, John. Absolutely.
What we need.
Well, we need another fire pit. We just got the new grill.
We're working our way to it. And, like, you know, that's what on the bottom of the list because...
Inside of the house first.
Yeah. Well, because also the weather.
Yeah. I mean, we get to enjoy a fire pit here for about 2 months out of the year. Maybe. Yeah. My friend Bob, who retired down here to Florida from Virginia, he thought I was kidding when I said that you'll be picking which pair of your dressiest shorts you want to wear for Christmas.
True.
And his first year here, he couldn't believe it. Mm-hmm. I think it was 82 degrees on Christmas Day.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a different lifestyle.
It is.
All right, so we are pausing for a second just to... Amy's putting her water down and... Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, we're at 2.83 miles, so we got 1.17 to go.
Okay.
There you go.
Here. All right. Oh.
All right, camera woman, there you go.
I'm going to try it. I don't think this shoulder is optimal, but... yeah. There.
I'm also drinking water like it owes me money.
I know.
Because
you are.
We have to get our gallon of water in for the day.
Well, I'm trying too. So.
Although you were smart and remembered your sunglasses.
Yes. I don't know if I'll be able to read the comments. Don't forget. To reapply sunscreen, she says.
100%.
Yes.
Or ultimate goal is get your run done before the sun gets real high in the sky.
Yeah, but then we can't be with our people because they can't see us.
Well, that's literally this morning between 7 and 7:20. It was too dark for the camera. So
we had to wait for the sun to come up. So
You doing good?
Well, I'm trying. My arms are not as long as yours.
No.
So the camera work is shoddy, people. See?
No, now I know where to stand.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
What? Okay.
slide over this way. Car coming. Car. Game on.
Is that like saying 4?
It's like Wayne's World.
Oh, yes. Sorry. John, what are you saying? Wow. So much better camera work. It's not true. That is not true right there. That's not true. And then she has to go, Katie.
Well, Katie, you drive safe.
Yeah.
You, Mark, have a great day.
Yeah. Don't work too hard, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, don't work too hard. Katie, come home and relax and go back to bed.
Exactly. He says, nice camera work is terrible. But there. Okay.
We're almost to mile 3. We're 2.93 miles.
Great.
And everybody's out with their dogs this morning.
I know. It's so good.
Little pooch up ahead of us here. We're crossing, so we won't intersect.
We will not see the dog up close. No chance for pets and snuggles. Yeah. So, no chance. But it's okay.
You all right there?
Yeah.
How's the shoulder?
Well, this one, there's something wrong with it. You know that. So I only have the one shoulder.
You only have the one good one.
Yeah. I only have the one good shoulder because I've done something to the other one.
All right, we're turning.
All right. Shoddy camera work ahead.
Look at that. Not bad at all.
Okay.
So if you're listening to this in playback, again, this is all about total time on your feet, total distance, not about speed. If you want to incorporate some stuff into your long run day is a great day to do some acceleration gliders if you want to do those. It's a great day to do cadence drills if you're wanting to work on the pace or the rate of your turnover of your feet.
Yeah.
You know, and then the main things to focus on when doing those are keeping your feet under your shoulders, so you're not leaning forward, trying to drive yourself forward with gravity. And that is also a great way to keep balance in case you trip on a root, a rock, you know, things that uneven pavement, whatever, you know, your running surface, whatever your case may be. So here, you just gave me a break, which was
good.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So that's the main focus of doing, you know, keeping your feet under your shoulders. But your long run gives you the opportunity. You could intersperse some of that into your long run and kind of get dual purpose training. But you don't have to, and you don't have to do the interval work on long run day.
No.
You know, that's why we're doing the intervals like we're doing on the Tuesday, Thursday runs. You know, getting that cardio, getting that practice at doing the transition from the run interval to the walk interval. Mm-hmm. So it's just very important to make sure that you're doing that smoothly.
That's true.
Especially those of you who actually have terrain in the area where you live and you run. Like Cheryl, exactly. You know, we don't have that here.
I mean, I guess we could go out on like a nature trail or something.
But even then, we aren't going to get the big ups and downs like let's think back to the Smokies.
That's true.
We're not going to get that. Even doing like a nature trail in Alva or something.
Right. I mean, we'll get uneven terrain.
Yeah.
But we won't get hills. Elevation changes.
We just don't.
Significant.
And then, of course, that might be something if you want to incorporate some hills. For us, it's parking decks.
Yeah.
We'll have to take you guys on a parking deck run one day.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's all uphill, so you're smoking your quads going all up, and then coming down, it's all about the braking.
Mm-hmm.
So your legs are shot at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I usually, like, when I could do the lunchtime chats, I could take them within the parking garage at work with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I would stay flat because I would be close to the car where the water was.
Right.
And where nutrition was.
Well, and that was your lunch break at work too.
Yeah. So I wasn't really wanting to, like, climb and be super sweaty for the back half of the day. But yeah.
I think your coworkers appreciated that as well.
Yes, they did. Yeah, close quarters. Yes, they appreciate that. So. And this, I mean, the new normal has not, I've not found the place for morning chats.
Yet.
No. So, or consistent morning chats, and I don't want to be inconsistent like that.
Yeah. Like you could consistently do it at like 6 a.m.
Which okay.
may not be ideal.
Yeah. Like, how many people are going to be awake at 6?
Josh.
Maybe. Well, awake and not busy.
Right.
Like, so they can drop in and be it, because the whole purpose is for us to connect. And if I'm just, I guess people, watching back, that's good too.
Yes.
And I appreciate that. So, but the live interaction is also nice. So I want to find the balance that can get between the two. And I'm just not there yet.
It'll level out. You've been at the new place exactly 4 weeks.
Not quite a month. I'll hit a month on the 20th.
Yeah.
So this week. And yeah. So
she's working on it.
Yeah. We're working on it. So we're finding the balance, and that's why I've been trying to drop in on your runs. And I know that you go faster on your short runs without me.
I appreciate you doing it so that you can help catch up in the comment section, because depending on the sun,
yeah,
I may not be able to read it.
See them, yes.
And although I will say that the new phone is a little more readable.
Yeah.
So yay
so
for
you're
a new
liking
phone.
that better.
Liking that better.
Oh, good.
I think maybe it's not overheating and then dimming the screen. So I think that's part of it.
Yeah. So
and that's all from you guys helping with the show expenses. So thank you.
Yay.
All right. Transitioning.
Yes.
There we go. There's no good way to do this, because either I have the sun in the background over here or I have a shadow over here. So we're at 3.27 miles right now.
It's true.
You've been cooking along this whole time. Nicely done.
Well, I'm trying to keep up.
All right, I don't know what's going on. Normally, by now, all the construction guys would be here in the neighborhood.
It's Sunday.
Oh, it is Sunday. I was thinking it was Saturday. I was thinking it was
And I know
Saturday.
they work sometimes on Sunday, but not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday, apparently.
It's not on the regular.
No.
So
if you're listening to this in playback, or for those of you who are in the chat, tell us what you got coming up this week. Do you have a run coming? Is it just a training week for you?
I do know, even though she's not in the chat, I know that Meg has a 5K, I believe, coming this next weekend, if I'm not mistaken, is the date.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she sent me a link, and that's what it said without me looking for it. And she's running Princess, and also I think this race to raise fund for Kelsey's Hope.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which we've seen at Disney races with booths set up.
We have.
And I believe it's supporting children.
Childhood cancer.
Mm-hmm. with illness in their families going through that. So,
well, in October, in addition to being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, is also Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
It doesn't get quite the same
play across social media and like promotion and
right
awareness. So,
because it's kind of a broad, it's a more broad category.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but we've
a larger umbrella.
You know, like what?
Jojo is in the chat. Good morning.
Happy Sunday to you. So I know Meg has that coming up, and Susie is running this morning.
Yeah, she's doing her
Iowa.
back to backs.
Yeah. So those two I know.
So yeah, let us know. Drop us a comment, or actually even better, shoot us a message on social and let us know so we can shout you guys out on this week's episode.
Mm-hmm. Or if you need support, or heck, if you've just gone in a training run beyond your normal distance for the first time and you want us to celebrate that, because it is major.
Susie is kicking butt this weekend, Jojo says.
Yes,
absolutely.
She is.
She is.
She brought the hoodie, the Run, Eat, Drink podcast hoodie.
And she's repping us, which we love.
She's repping us like JoJo does in the races. And I've got the coffee shirt on.
Yeah, actually, we're twinning. I have the coffee crew shirt on today, too.
So.
And she's living the runcation lifestyle, which I love.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
She found Caribou Coffee.
Yes.
In Missouri, I think it was, that she posted the picture.
When I used to work for them back in college, they were in Minnesota, which is where they started, and Atlanta was their second market that they were going into. Yeah. There's a parallel universe out there where...
A parallel universe now? We're talking about like superhero stuff.
No, we're talking about legitimate quantum physics here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a parallel universe that exists where a version of me, instead of going into law enforcement, took the promotion at Caribou and opened Caribou Coffees all over the southeastern United States.
And do you think we would have been together? If you had done that?
I'm sure, because there are certain, as we have learned from superhero movies, there are certain events that are true no matter what you do to the timeline.
JoJo,
I'm mixing things.
We're thinking about you and your superhero costume for your Savannah coming up. Oh,
JoJo's got a good question. How do I learn to slow down my walking intervals?
Ooh.
I would suggest, and you may have a different
fire at will, yes,
option. For me, when I find myself trying to go too fast, like power walk that interval, it's because what I do is I find myself extending my stride. And what you would have to do, or what I would recommend you do, is focus on keeping your stride short.
Yeah.
And by doing that, as long as you don't increase your turnover, your rate, then you will slow your walk interval down. What would you recommend?
I would say that's good. I would say also that the drills, even though that like cadence drills and acceleration gliders, can also be used to focus on walking.
Yeah.
And there's a great episode on the Extra Mile podcast with Kevin Gwynn and Jeff Galloway, the Extra Mile podcast Galloway edition, where he talks about where he and Kevin and Jeff talk about that and those drills and the impact that they have on walking. So, but I think for me, because I want to stay out of the monkey brain and out of that subconscious that can get me to either worry and speed up or tell me not to work that hard and slow down or stop, anything like that, I focus on counting steps and making sure that stride is short. So
you're actually counting your footfalls during your walk interval.
I am, and I know that sounds extremely boring. But
repetition of small incremental improvement or a system that works is actually something I'm reading about in my book for the 75 Hard right now.
Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
It's not focusing on your goal, it's focusing on your system.
Mm-hmm.
And if you focus on your system, you'll get to your goal.
So, I mean, in the races and in the training, when I'm doing speed work, when Jeff assigns, like, here, do 400s or do 800s in a certain length of time, I'll focus on counting. And when I'm in the walk, I know that I should get just slightly less steps, less number of steps, a less number.
And JoJo said she is so excited about Savannah. We're excited for you.
Yes.
I love Savannah.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
We haven't been together.
No,
we need to.
As a child, when we would drive up to Virginia to see family, we would go through there, and there was a place where we had great gumbo. And I can't remember. It's not like a famous place like Paula Deen, whatever, restaurants, but it was somewhere else. My dad will probably know the name, but that it's just beautiful.
It is.
That town. And I can't imagine like how it's going to be running. It's probably going to be amazing.
Yeah.
The pictures she's going to have.
I'm very excited to see your photos and
your
costume. Yeah. And one fun fact about Savannah was given to President Abraham Lincoln by General Tecumseh Sherman as a Christmas present.
You history major, you.
As he was, now General Sherman is not exactly a favorite amongst Southerners because he was a bit of a, as they like to say, a-hole.
You heard.
But he was a highly effective military leader. And JoJo says for a 1 to 2 minute counting is too much concentration for me. I think in that case, consider just doing, rather than trying to count for the whole 2 minutes, do a, like maybe for
like
10 or 15 seconds.
Yeah. Or focus on that strength length. Like you were talking about the stride length.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the hard part. And for me, what ends up happening is I will get excited.
Yeah.
And, I get, I'm like, I'm having a good run. I want to get going. I'm looking for a PR. I'm doing this. And I'll start like that extra power walk, and I start reaching with my foot. And then it's self-correcting error because the next day I will feel it in my heel. Yeah. I'll feel it in the knee. And, Mother Nature's barometer of what you should and shouldn't be doing with your knees if you've ever had your knee scoped.
Oh, God. So if you feel it, if you feel you're going fast, then a good mental check-in would be to count for 10 or 15 seconds. Right?
Ooh, JoJo, I wish I videotaped the last race to see what my stride was like. It is so, that's actually not a horrible idea.
No, and actually sometime, like a couple of cycles ago, I actually recorded my stride and sent it to Jeff.
Yeah. Actually, we have done that.
Yeah.
And she says she had a great time, but she was hurting afterward. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
I'm thinking it's, watching the stride length. And that takes you out of the subconscious brain too.
It does. Now you could also, if counting generally is for those intervals is going to be too much. Do some of those acceleration gliders and some of those cadence drills, but do them for shorter amounts of time. Yeah. Well, the cadence drills you only do for 60 seconds at a pop. 30 seconds, excuse me. Yeah.
You could do them for 15. Like when Jeff hosts a charge running that focuses on the drills.
The run along, yeah.
Yeah, like the live runs in charge running, if you subscribe to that or anything, because they have a whole training program leading up to his race. But he'll do them 15 seconds.
Yeah. Now, JoJo, on our website, scroll all the way to the bottom in the search bar, type in acceleration gliders. We have the interview with Jeff Galloway talking about it. The acceleration glider is just to ease your transition between your intervals. Yeah. And it makes a difference. It really does, especially if you're running in any place where you've got uneven terrain. And it stops you, or it keeps you from the abrupt braking, because there's that urge that sometimes you have where you're like, oh, my walk interval's here, thank God. And I want to stop running immediately to maximize my time walking. Yeah, so you put on the brakes, and
which can be
it just beats the crap out of your knees. And over time, especially if you're doing a half marathon, that's cumulative.
Mm-hmm.
And we have had those races where we've made those mistakes.
Oh, sure.
And you regret it the next day.
And you feel it.
And you really feel it.
And then the day after is worse.
Second day is always worse. Yeah. It's like the delayed onset muscle soreness from working out, Josh, if you're still in the chat. Lactic acid is not your friend.
No.
And neither is jarring braking, because your transitions between your intervals is rough.
Yeah.
And I'm to the point now where I've done them so much, I can tell that was a good transition, or ooh, that one wasn't. In fact, I was calling myself out on it the other day on the run. Mm-hmm. Second day, always worse for me. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
I can tell when I'm coming in and out of the. Right now, it's not smooth for me. And so I'm doing the drills. I'm focusing on doing the drills at least once a week in the short runs. Mm-hmm. One short run, I'll take it and do it, the drills.
Yeah.
Because I can tell the flow.
Yeah.
And I can tell when it's, oh, this is like I'm trying too hard to go in and out of the run and walk interval. But I can tell, like, before Jeff's race, where you make fun of me for thriving in 29-degree weather, I could tell that the drills,
I'm just freezing,
because I had done them so consistently throughout the training cycle. Yeah. At the end, right before the race, I could tell I was flowing a lot better in and out of the running and walking segments, and the short turnover and everything that those drills help you do.
And Atlanta's a weird city to run in if you're from Florida, because nobody really thinks of it as being a really hilly city, and compared to places like San Francisco and probably Chicago and all, it's probably not.
There's one section though in the Virginia Highlands where
it's a hilly. Constant grade up.
Yeah, it's hilly, and you just have to.
JoJo's out getting ready for the day. Good seeing you, JoJo. Thank you for jumping in. You have a
wonderful
great
day.
Sunday. We're going to go get some breakfast or brunch
after
this at a plant-based spot, and we're at 3.97. We've been having so much fun, I forgot to do any intervals. Kevin Gwynn, we were just talking about you.
We were just talking about you.
We were sending people to your podcast.
There's an episode, I can't remember what number it is or when it came out, but you and Jeff talked about the impact of those acceleration gliders and the cadence drills, or drills you can do to focus on having an effective walk and not making sure that you're not overstriding or striding too wide, or but I can't remember what number that was. So
I don't either. Now, Kevin is saying good morning. Rather ironic. Jeff is on a live Facebook video at this moment, starting the Des Moines.
Yay!
Awesome.
So is he at the same race as Susie?
Probably, because she's in Iowa also.
Yeah. So that's awesome. I think that's so great.
Most recent episode, 8.2.
Thank you.
Thank you
for that. I just can't remember, but I know that it's good. I just know that they have some great conversation about training tips that are really valuable when he talks to Jeff or when he talks to Chris Twiggs. It's such great information that you have on your show, Kevin.
JoJo, oh, it's got hills. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, we forgive bad spelling here. We speak Taiwanese.
Yeah, we don't care. And if you're like walking and trying to type, it's over.
And popping the popcorn is back. Katie's back. She's dropped off her man at work. So it's time for you to
relax
and kick
Sunday.
Back.
Kevin, are you relaxing on a Sunday? Or are you out there walking or running, or what are you doing?
Yeah, what's your day going to look like? And we were asking if you've got something going on this week and we can shout you out on the show. Let us know.
Yeah.
If you're training, if you're running, if you got a race, whatever the case may be.
We try to get them all from social media. We try to search for it, get everybody, but sometimes we miss things. So.
Well, I can't believe we had such a good conversation. I forgot to do intervals.
Yeah. But
we're about to turn into the driveway up here.
But it's not the long run, you can like Jeff will say, do it at least 2 minutes slower than your
race pace.
Yeah. But
and we were
you can walk the whole thing because it's about endurance.
Yeah, and on the short run that I did on Friday, we were sub 15-minute mile.
Yeah.
Doing just a 15:45 or a 1-to-3 ratio.
Yeah.
And in that one, if you watch that back, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Where if I had bad transitions, I would say, "Ooh, that was a rough one." And
you can feel it.
You absolutely can. Kevin is living his best life. He's on the porch with coffee.
Oh yeah.
For the first half of this morning run, which has really been a morning walk right now.
Yes.
We had coffee as well. This was a walking coffee chat, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
On the front porch having coffee. That is a wonderful Sunday morning. We're probably listening to Jeff live from Iowa. So we're gonna have to watch that back.
We'll have to tune in on that.
Yeah. Because we were making up for yesterday.
Yes.
So we'll always get such motivation and inspiration from listening to Kevin's show on a run or a walk or on the very now short commute to work.
And Kevin, you might know the answer to this. We were talking about it earlier. Do you know if they're still doing the post-race, post 5K celebration at Jeff's weekend up at the Orpheus Brewing location?
We don't know.
We don't.
And also the guidelines that have come out for the race. Is it a negative test? It says within 48
hours. Is that we got to find out if that's the 48 hours of you getting your results back or 48 hours of
within
you getting the test, because that may cause some confusion or difficulty for traveling runners.
Well, we just have to time it right for travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody in the Runcation Nation that's doing it that way. So, but I'm going to email them too for clarification.
Let's see here. And here we are. We are in the driveway. Boom. And we did actually 4.23 miles this morning total.
And how much were we supposed to do?
4 was the distance.
Okay.
But that includes technically the warm up and the cool down.
If you do intervals.
Oh, and Katie's going to have a YouTube video out later today on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Will that be the movie or the TV show?
Yeah.
And
or maybe both.
He is like the blue of an early morning Florida sky. Yeah. I don't know, but we will have another episode. That'll be a great question just to find out. We're wanting to make sure that everybody in the Runcation Nation also knows, so that they can make their appropriate travel plans and make sure that they've got any documentation that they might need to participate. You know, last thing you want to do is make the trip and then, have an
not be able to participate.
So you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But and it's going to be the movie, Katie says. Awesome. Good pick. I absolutely loved the movie. It was ridiculous to see Paul Rubens as a vampire. So,
but the series is also very good.
Series is very good. So, all right, guys, that's it. We have another long run in the can. It is time for us to go try a new location. Hopefully, it'll make the show for brunch, and we're gonna go do some. We're gonna be hard at work. Doing that for you guys.
Dedicated.
New episode will be out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you guys on the Thursday night chats. So thanks for joining, and we will talk to you guys really soon.
Have a great.
I'll see you guys on Tuesday
Sunday.
for the next run.
Yay.
So bye.